it's a black woman.
You believe it's a black woman?
Yeah.
You believe God is a black woman?
Yeah.
You talk about Jesus is a black woman?
Oh, no.
You believe God is a black woman?
Yeah.
Real quick, I'm going to take a slight detour to Exodus 15 and 3. It's a slight detour. I'm going to show you something in the Bible. I'm going to show you something in the Bible. You go to church? Whatever church you go to, do you go to church? Sometimes, whatever church you went to needs to be burned down immediately. They need to just burn it down. I don't want people to be in there. I want to just burn the ashes. Because they should never let you have that thought that God is a woman.
They don't come to church, they come from my own.
They came from your own thoughts? Okay, all praises. Now, the black church today does push that women are in charge. Now watch what the Bible says.
The book of Exodus, chapter 15 and verse 3. The Lord is a man of war.
I'll say it again. What's the Lord?
The Lord is a man.
What?
A man.
The Lord is a man. My sister. The Lord is a man.
Of war.
He ain't no soft man. Neither he a man of war. Huh?
Wasn't women called men?
No. Women weren't called men. Woman, the term woman means from man. From man. Give me 1 Corinthians 11. We're going to go back to where we was at. Don't worry, sister. I'm going to edify you on this. We can't go on our own understandings. Because that comes from feminism. That comes from them pants. Shit, that's what white women thinks. Because when you say a woman is God, it's not the black woman is God. It's the white woman that's God. Because she's the one that controls everything.
Bring it out.
You believe the white woman's a God. Now watch this. Read what you got. 1 Corinthians 11. I think you know what I want. Verse 9.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11 and verse 9.
Now listen to what Paul said in the New Testament.
Neither was the man created for the woman.
This is so very important. The man wasn't what?
Created for the woman.
Men won't create to serve women. Brittany, we won't create to serve you.
But the woman.
But the woman.
For the man.
The woman was created to serve the man. Come on. The woman was created to serve the man. Do you believe that? Do you believe that, my brother? Do you believe that? You said no? No. You don't believe that, but you married. So is your husband supposed to serve you?
We're supposed to be equal.
Supposed to be equal. That ain't what the Bible says. Come on, you.
We need y'all to subscribe to help us push. We got a lot of work to do in North Carolina. The Carolinas need this work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The Carolinas need this work. So we need y'all to go and subscribe right now. Grab your finger. This one right here in particular.
Right.
Swipe the YouTube that you're probably already watching. Click the YouTube app.
Right.
Go to IUIC Raleigh page. Right up under there, it says subscribe. Click that button one time. Click that check. Subscribe to IUIC Raleigh.
This is to your point about the multiple baby fathers. They figured out the calculations. What I'm reading right here is it's a question for a legal representative, right? How does the court system decide who must pay child support if the mother has multiple babies by different fathers? It says different children by different dad can result in the maximum amount of child support per father. If you have one father with multiple children, say 5 children, he's not going to get hit at the same rate for each child as if you had new baby daddy, new baby daddy, new baby daddy. Each one of those fathers, you can charge the maximum amount. That's why they seek to have, in these days, multiple baby fathers. That's guaranteed income. They're not looking at children like children. Children are a blessing to them. Children are a resource to them. Children are an investment. Laying down on your back is an investment in being, how do you say, carefree and worry-free on welfare. Child support. They can milk each man a whole lot more than one brother being committed to him have to deal with that whole hassle. Not only do you get the maximum amount from each brother, now you can only deal with the one you want to deal with. Right? When you want to deal with him. All the advantage to the, we get one scripture. Jeremiah 31:22. They use that because women are running the earth right now. In the black community, it's women in charge. It's not men. God prophesied about it in the Bible. And the men have become weak and scarce in this planet. Read what you got.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 31, verse 22.
Read.
How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter?
When God's talking about this daughter, that's the children of Israel. That's the blacks and Hispanics and Native Indians. We are that daughter that backslides. Read.
For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth.
God said he made something new on earth. Watch what he made.
A woman.
God said a woman, like y'all,
shall compass a man.
What would a woman do?
Compass a man.
What does that mean? Compass a man. Pass. What does pass mean?
Compass.
Compass. C-O-M-P-A-S-S. Means be above. To go past a man. be more important than a man, be over a man, be in charge of men.
Who said that? The Bible said that?
The Bible said that. Read that again. God said it. Read.
How long wilt thou go about, O backsliding daughter?
Read.
For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth.
This is new. Never in earth has this ever been the case where women ruled over men. Never on earth could a woman go and be a hoe and have 5 men and then milk those men for their money and cause their life to be hell on earth.
Bring it out.
Never on earth would that happen. That woman would be stoned or burnt at a stake or something back in the day. Read.
A woman shall compass a man.
A woman will be over a man. You mentioned earlier, women, my sister, what's your name, sis? Brittany. You mentioned being able to provide. That's like an incentive for sisters to wear pants and be independent. Women want to provide. Is that a woman's role to provide?
No, some are forced.
Some are forced. Are they forced by their own decisions? Most often? When we say forced, it's like someone held me down and put these babies in me. Not necessarily. Definitely not the majority of the time. Majority of the time, you voluntarily lay on your back and get impregnated. By Negroes you know ain't ish. You know that man ain't worth nothing. You know he don't want to marry you. And you lay down like, well, I didn't want to be a single. Yes, you did. You wanted to be a single mom. Now you're married. I'm not talking about you. But that's the majority of our young sisters. They laid down with a man they knew wasn't financially stable, sold drugs, had another girl on the side, had a side piece. No, they won't talk about marriage. Knew him for 3 months, knew him for 2 months. Let him hit the first date. No condom. You knew what you signed up for. So I refuse to let it be. Some got forced into it. No, they didn't. They make dumb decisions.
Bring it up.
For their children. If you're going to think like a child, act like a child, don't have sex.
So why would you choose a man that you know that he's not capable of supporting you and the kids?
Good question. Why would you choose a man? Because women, I hate saying it, women shouldn't be choosing. The sisters we have today don't mature past the age of 14. Give me that scripture. Give me 1 Timothy 5:13. Give me that one about the silly women. Ladies.
You can get into a relationship, even a marriage, and it be fine and dandy in the beginning, and then they jump ship and change up.
Yeah, you could think. You're 100%. Things change in a relationship. But here's the thing. You don't look for the signs. That's what proving, or today we kind of call it dating, but dating ain't dating. Right now you having sex with somebody and dating. Back in the day, didn't you used to court somebody?
Right.
When you court somebody, where y'all having sex?
Gotta get a chance to know your partner.
Y'all get a chance to know the potential partner.
Right.
Before they become a partner, before you become invested, should you know something about them? Is this person an axe murderer? This person married already? True. Is this woman, does she have a mental illness? We ain't checking for that stuff today.
Right.
We just winding up with it. It's like, this person is crazy as I don't know what.
Bring it up.
How did I not see it? Because you were just looking at the cheeks, you looking at the cleavage, she's looking at the shoe size. She won't think, does this man hit women upside the head? Is his knuckles bruised all the time?
Right.
Is he violent? You ain't gonna find that out when you sleep with him the first date. Now watch this right here, read. You got it? Okay, read that.
Look at 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 14.
Read.
I will therefore that the younger women marry.
So God said, I would therefore that the younger women marry. Not date, not fornicate, not stack up your welfare recipients, or your, how you say, your sponsors. I'm going to say your sponsors. These sisters are sponsored, like an athletic team. Like, if black women, wow, this just came in my head. If black women were like NASCAR, no, NASCAR wear all their sponsors on the car, right? Picture sisters wore every name that they've ever slept with on their face.
Hey.
How would that look?
Depends on that woman.
Would there be room on their face?
I don't know.
No, there wouldn't be no room on most faces. Their face would be full. They'd move down to the neck, the chest, the arms. They got both sleeves on both arms. It's just the names of their body count if they was NASCAR. They'd be covered in stickers.
Oh, you said
Jimmy,
all women?
But not all women, but think about the sisters we got today.
Oh, you said
How many sisters you know wait until they married to have sex? Go ahead, I'll wait. None. Hardly none. Hardly none. How many teenagers you know wait till they married? How old are you, my brother? 22. You had sex before? You had sex under 18? Did you have sex with a sister that was under 18 at that time? So, no, hardly none. Hardly none. He just told you. And he's honest. I appreciate the thing. That's most of us. Before I was 18, that's what happened. It was with somebody under that age. And we children. And she could have got pregnant. And then what happened? I ain't got no job, living with my mama. What would happen? I'm back then, now I don't. I got 6 kids, I'm married. I'm saying back in the day, that's what happened. Now watch this, you got that 2 Timothy? Here's how I have, my brother had a question. You got the phone, bro, I'm gonna answer your question. Watch this right here. He said, why would a sister choose a man she know ain't about nothing? Read that.
The book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3, verse 6. For this sort, they which creep into houses.
Read that again.
For this sort are they which creep into houses.
So this kind of man is the kind of man that will creep into your house. Jump up 2 verses.
Verse 4. Traitors. Traitors. Heady.
No, go on up 1 more verse.
Without not verse 3.
One verse says, lovers themselves. Verse 2, I'm sorry.
Verse 2. For men shall be lovers of their own selves.
So God said in the last days, men gonna love their own selves. You seen the black man today? He loved himself. Most brothers, he spent hundreds of dollars on his outfit. He got the enhancements all up in his joint. I don't know, had it, but you do that to get women.
You're supposed to love yourself.
See, you're supposed to look good, I agree, but they love themselves. It's not about their community. It's about themselves. They love themselves. Watch this.
Covetous.
I'm gonna show you what it is. Covetous. Now, it ain't nothing wrong with grooming yourself. We try to be groomed, right? Ain't no wrong with getting shape up. But they said these men are covetous. That means they're greedy. That means they want to have money. What they do? They flashing big bank. They got all these fake ones.
Materials, Joe.
Yeah,
I'm talking about love.
Well, I'm talking about material stuff. And with
how can I love you if I don't love myself?
I agree. 100% agree. How can you love you if you don't love yourself? Right. This isn't talking about a sincere love of yourself. This is talking about you love yourself better than everything on earth. Okay. It's talking about you're a covetous man. You want to stack money. Watch out. It's going to take you the spirits in this kind of man.
Boasters.
You brag. You brag. The barbershop full of black men bragging. Right. The barbershop full of bragging. Read.
Proud.
Proud. You can't tell black men nothing. Especially if you black yourself. You can't tell them nothing new. Brother came up here a minute ago, he's like, you got 2003 on your shirt. We be like, bro, you don't know nothing about the Bible. Why you over here criticizing what's on the shirt? Meanwhile, community's in shambles. You see somebody doing good, you really want to knock the mic out their hand, somebody trying to do good to the community and criticize. That's what bad people do. Criticize, criticize, criticize. Instead of taking the ear and listening to what's being said. That's how we're proud. Read.
Blasphemers.
Blasphemers. We believe Jesus is white as a black community. Christ is a black man. But we believe in this image. We believe as a community, Christ is white or he ain't got no color. That's blasphemous.
I think we're waking up.
We are waking up.
Yeah.
Slowly. What you say?
I believe it's a black woman.
You believe it's a black woman?
Yeah.
You believe God is a black woman?
Yeah.
You talking about Jesus is a black woman?
Oh no. God.
You believe God is a black woman?
Yeah.
Real quick, I'm gonna take a slight detour to Exodus 15:3. It's a slight detour. I'm gonna show you something in the Bible. I'm gonna show you something in the Bible. You go to church? Whatever church you go to, do you go to church? Sometimes, whatever church you went to needs to be burned down immediately. They need to just burn it down. I don't want people to be in there. I want to just burn the ashes. Because they should never let you have that thought that God is a woman.
They don't come to church, they come from my own.
They came from your own thoughts? Okay, all praises. Now, the black church today does push that women are in charge. Now watch what the Bible says.
The book of Exodus, chapter 15 and verse 3. The Lord is a man of war.
I'll say it again. What's the Lord?
The Lord is a man.
What?
A man.
The Lord is a man. My sister, the Lord is a man.
Of war.
He ain't no soft man, neither he a man of war. Huh?
Wasn't women called men?
No. Women weren't called men. Woman, the term woman means from man. From man. Give me 1 Corinthians 11. We're going to go back to where we was at. Don't worry, sister, I'm going to edify you on this. We can't go on our own understandings. Because that comes from feminism. That comes from them pants. See, that's what white women thinks. Because when you say a woman is God, it's not the black woman is God. It's the white woman that's God. Because she's the one that controls everything.
Bring it out.
You believe the white woman's a God. Now watch this. Read what you got. 1 Corinthians 11, I think you know what I want, verse 9.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11 and verse 9.
Now listen to what Paul said in the New Testament.
Neither was the man created for the woman.
This is so very important. The man wasn't what?
Created for the woman.
Men won't create to serve women. Brittany, we won't create to serve you.
But the woman.
But the woman.
For the man.
The woman was created to serve the man.
Come on.
The woman was created to serve the man. Do you believe that? Do you believe that, my brother? Do you believe that? You said no? No. You don't believe that, but you married. So is your husband supposed to serve you?
We're supposed to be equal.
Supposed to be equal. That ain't what the Bible says.
Bring it up.
There's nothing in the Bible that's equal. And it's a hard pill to swallow. But read that again. Read that again.
For this cause ought the woman to have power on her head.
He said because of this, the woman ought to have power over their head, means somebody got to be over a woman. Because a woman is not created, a man wasn't created to serve the woman, but the woman created for the man. For this reason, the woman needs to have some type of power over her. Read.
Because of the angels.
We are the angels. Men are the messengers of God in this context. Go back. I want to read verse 3. In verse 3 is going to tell you about the order of the household. Real quick, hold that. Give me Genesis 18:19 about Abraham. Abraham was our grandfather. He's a black man in Africa. You heard of Abraham, right? Watch what it said about Abraham in his house. Read.
The book of Genesis, chapter 18, verse 19.
Now is the black woman God. Let's see.
For I know him, that he will command his children.
So Abraham, God said, I know Abraham. He will do what?
Command his children.
Abraham would command his children.
And his household.
His household is his wife, his servants, everyone. He would command them. Read.
After him. And they shall keep the way of the Lord to do justice and judgment, that the Lord may bring upon Abraham that which he had spoken of him.
God dealt with Abraham directly. God never dealt with Sarah. Because when God spoke to Abraham, he spoke to him man to man. God has always dealt man to man. Do you want to hear some history about when a woman said she wanted to deal man to man, everything's equal? Give me Exodus 12.
Bring it out.
I believe that's what I want. No, Numbers 12. Give me Numbers 12. Sister named Miriam. You ever heard of Miriam? She's black. Miriam.
Bring it up.
She thought God was a woman too. She thought she could be over men. Watch what happens. Read that. Numbers 12. Come on.
Look at Numbers chapter 12, verse 10.
Number 6.
Verse 6. And he said,
Let's start at 1.
Verse 1.
All right, read it.
And Miriam and Aaron spoke against Moses because of the Ethiopian woman whom he had married.
So Moses, you know Moses. Everybody knows Moses. Moses married an Ethiopian woman. That was frowned upon. We're not supposed to interracially marry. But they didn't understand Moses had a special relationship with the Most High. So Miriam, which is the sister of Moses, and the brother Aaron, which is Moses' brother. This is a family dispute. They were speaking against Moses. Man, you see Moses over there with the Ethiopian, you know he can't do that. They talking junk, right? Y'all with me so far? You with me so far, right? Read.
For he had married an Ethiopian woman.
Come on.
And they said, had the Lord indeed spoken only to Moses? Had he not spoken also by us?
Miriam said, is God only dealing with Moses? Ain't God speak to me too? Ain't I a prophetess? Miriam was a prophetess. Well, God deal with me too? Watch what happens. Read.
And the Lord heard it.
Hold on, what happened?
And the Lord heard it.
Oh, the Lord heard it. Read.
Now the man Moses was very meek above all the men which were put upon the face of the earth.
It means Moses listened to God fiercely. Read.
And the Lord spake suddenly unto Moses, and unto Aaron, and unto Miriam.
He called them all out. Moses, Miriam, Aaron, come here. Read.
Come out, ye three, unto the tabernacle of the congregation.
I know everybody was like, ooh, you know, back in the day, like, ooh. That's how the whole congregation had to be, ooh, snap. About to deal with all three of them. Read.
And they three came out, and the Lord came down in the pillar of the cloud.
The Lord came down to deal with the matter. Read.
And stood in the door of the tabernacle,
Come
and
on.
called Aaron and Miriam, and they both came forth.
So he called the guilty parties. Remember, they were murmuring about Moses. He called Miriam the black woman and Aaron the black man, the brother and sister of Moses. Read.
And he said, hear now my words, if they be a prophet.
And he said, who said?
And he said,
And you said?
and he said,
Remember, the Lord is a man. He said, read.
hear now my words, if there be a prophet among you,
If there be a prophet among you,
I, the Lord, will make him myself known.
I will make myself known. Read.
Unto him in a vision,
I will make myself known to a prophet in a vision,
and will speak unto him in a dream.
and I'll speak to a prophet in a dream.
My servant Moses is not so.
He said, contrary to how I deal with the prophets, Moses ain't like that. Moses is special. Read.
Who is faithful in all mine house.
Read.
With him will I speak mouth to mouth,
I'll speak to him man to man, mouth to mouth, face to face. Read.
even apparently, and not in dark speeches.
He said, I speak to Moses directly. I don't even hide my words. You know, a lot of Bibles and parables, hard to understand. When he spoke to Moses, he spoke plain to Moses. It's not everybody he do that with. Just Moses. Read.
And the similitude of the Lord shall he behold.
Come on.
Wherefore,
Wherefore?
then were we not afraid to speak against my servant Moses.
Read that again. Wherefore?
Wherefore, Then were ye not afraid to speak against my servant Moses?
He said, seeing all the things I just said to you, why weren't you afraid to speak against Moses? Why weren't you afraid to run your mouth? Why don't you have respect on Moses? How you think you equal to Moses? Seeing I talk to him mouth to mouth. Yeah, sure, you're a prophetess, but I ain't showing you nothing. I show Moses things face to face.
Bring it out.
Read.
And the anger of the Lord was kindled.
What did he say, the anger?
The anger of the Lord was kindled against them.
Come on.
And he departed.
Come on.
And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle.
So God mad at this point. Everybody with me so far? The Lord mad. And he leaves. That means a judgment gonna come. Let's see who the judgment happened to. Remember, he called out 3 people. 2 of them were murmuring, Aaron and Miriam, right? Watch what happened.
And behold, Miriam became leprous.
What happened to Miriam?
Became leprous.
Leprous in the Bible is a lack of melanin. Read.
White as snow.
That means she wasn't white to begin with. She became white as snow. What did he do? He snatched the melanin out of her skin. Read.
And behold, she was leprous. And Aaron said unto...
Now you said, wow, ain't that something? You ever heard it before? You never heard it before. That is a punishment. What happened to Aaron? Nothing. Nothing. Nothing happened to Aaron. You will not read in any Bible that something happened to Aaron too. Because the way of the Lord is not equal. He deals with the men. And sisters have to stay in their role. Right. Because through women, we fell from immortality. Right. Remember, Eve did what? What did you say? What was that apple? There's no mention of an apple. They call it a fruit. That's one of those dark sayings and parables. That represents a doctrine, a teaching, a thought. A thought entered into her through someone called Satan, a snake. And she accepted it and brought it home to her husband who she's supposed to support. Through that, we die. Even though the man did it too, it's her. It's on her. Read on.
And Aaron said unto Moses, Alas, my Lord, I beseech thee, lay not the sin upon us, wherein we have not done foolishly.
We have not done foolishly. Did you read it right? We have done foolishly.
We have done foolishly. Wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned.
My sister, they just walked up. What's your name?
Sharon.
Sharon? You understand what we're talking about right here?
I'm listening.
You listening? We're talking about Miriam. That was a black woman. Miriam's curse, this is the curse of Miriam. Because she spoke against a man and thought that she deserved equal treatment, the melanin was ripped out of her skin for a time. She had to go stand outside. She had to go on punishment like a child and stay outside the whole camp. We moved in a big camp back in the day. And instead of being with everyone else, she was made to go stand outside. Now, is the Lord a man or a woman? The Lord is a man. Because if the Lord was a woman, he'd be like, oh, I understand. I understand why you feel that way. Give me that Numbers 27 and 16. That's why the church is messed up. Because women run most churches.
Bring it out.
And women, according to the Bible, are not allowed to lead anything.
Right.
But children. Much less a man. Watch this. Because of that, men is weak and feeble. Numbers 27, 16.
The book of Numbers, chapter 27, verse 16.
See what you got. Come on.
Let the Lord, the God of the spirits of the flesh.
Read it again right. Come on.
Let the Lord, the God of the spirits of all flesh, set a man over the congregation.
What are you supposed to set over the congregation?
Set a man.
God said, set a man. Put a man. Put a man. If God was a woman, he'd be like, put a female. Put Becky. Put Andressa. No, he said, put a man over what?
Over the congregation.
Put a man over the church. A man should rule over the church. A man should be in every household. When there's no man there, there's confusion. Because a woman, give me the book of Nahum, chapter 2, verse 12. Women are supposed to provide for the children, yes. But a woman's job is not to be the breadwinner of the house. Only if something happens to the man and he can't work. And it should be temporary. All men should work. That's our curse. We're cursed to work by the sweat of our brow. And the woman like, I'll do it. No, you're supposed to do what? Hold on, give me Genesis 3:16. What's the woman? If the man had to work, what was the woman punished with? You said stay at home? What'd you say? Take care of the household? What'd you say? Now you missing something. Y'all right, but you're missing the part.
She got to provide for her husband.
Provide for her husband. Take care of the kids.
Take care of the kids.
I'm gonna show you. You the most right, but you're not using the words because there's latent feminism that make you not want to say the words. Watch this. What'd you say? Serve. Serve who? The man. I don't like how you said it. The man. Watch what God say.
The book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 16. Unto the woman he said.
This is what God said to the woman. Woman, he said. Remember, God is a man. Come on.
I will greatly multiply thy sorrows and thy conception.
That's not fair. He said, I'll make it hurt worse when you get pregnant and have babies. All throughout your pregnancy, the most beautiful time, when life is getting created, you're going to hurt the whole time. And when you bring out the baby, it's going to hurt worse than anything in your life. And every month you'll have a reminder if you don't get pregnant. And there'll be pain during that too. I have never had a menstrual cycle. Not one time. Is that fair? Not one time. I've never given birth. Not one time. I never will. I will never know that pain because I am in the image of God and you are in the image of man. You come after us. Therefore, there's a different judgment on you. Watch what he says here. Come on.
In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children.
In sorrow you will bring forth children. In pain, it'll hurt when you have babies. Read.
And thy desire shall be to thy husband.
He said your desire shall be to your husband. Everything you desire should be what he desires. You must fit him. He shall never fit you. He ain't chasing after you, but that's what happens in 2024. We drinking bath water. That's what we doing. We singing songs, especially black men. That's a black man.
I gotta go pick up my husband.
Yeah, you gotta go watch what you gotta do to your husband. Read.
And he,
your husband,
shall rule over thee.
What do you say?
Shall rule over thee.
Your husband gonna what?
Rule over thee.
The black man shall rule over the black woman.
Bring it up.
Rule. That's not 50-50. That's not sometimes you do it, sometimes I do it. I wash this dish, you wash that dish. No! I rule over my wife. Your husband should rule over you. Anything else is of the devil. Anything else is of the devil. We read that straight out those scriptures.
Yeah.
He's to rule over you. There is no 50-50. And that's how you know God is a man. Because God showed favor to whom he's like. He's like, yeah, I'm putting you in charge. You didn't do it right the first time. Make sure she listens to you this time. And don't go fall after her. Our whole problem was because Adam went and ran after Eve. Adam was like, where the hell you get that fruit from? That's what he should have did. He said, oh, let me try that. Which is really equivalent to learning something you shouldn't have learned. You understand? That basically Eve learned how to cook crack. And Brian Home was like, you want to try cooking this crack? I guess I will.
I'll be back, bro. I'll be right back.
So you understand that, sis? So what should your husband do with you? Who should be in charge? I'm going to help you understand. Ephesians 5:22. I'm going to help you understand. A lot of sisters don't understand why a lot of sisters dress like men today. And they act like men today. And then we wonder why sisters are not married today. Or the desire, the affections of another woman. Because they don't understand the proper role of God. If we followed the role of God, we would have complete communities. But because we want to do what we want to do, we're influenced by social media, we have broken families. Read what you got.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 22.
Come on.
Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husband.
And a two-way street, submit to your husband.
Bring it up.
Read.
As unto the Lord.
You submit to him like you submit to God. Submit to your husband like you submitting to God. A lot of men ain't ready for that conversation. A lot of brothers, I'm not even talking about sisters, a lot of brothers too weak for that conversation. The worst war they ever fight is when they go in their house and say, you're supposed to submit to me. They'll get they behind beat. A lot of the biggest brothers, ain't that right, brothers? The biggest brothers, 250 pounds, 6'5", will get haymaker by a little woman.
Bring it up.
You know why? She'll call her real God. The white man. She'll call 911, the nueve uno, and the real guy will come through and lock that man up. She got that in her back pocket. Therefore, I ain't got to listen to you. I call police. Ask yourself as a sister. You ain't got to say it out loud. How many times you call the police on a man you had?
Never.
All praise for you. But I bet there ain't a consensus.
Never. We don't.
I bet there ain't consensus. You never did it?
Never.
Have you known a black woman that's done it? You know 3 black women that's done it?
I know plenty.
You know plenty. You know 10 black women that's done it? You know most black women you know done it. You got rare exceptions. But if you think about it real hard, there was that one time. I sent a text message to the police. Well, I acted like I was about to call the police. That's what black women do. That's how we win the argument. That's why the black man ain't in charge. Because you got your Trump card in your back pocket. I'll call police on you. Now, we don't advocate for beating nobody. We ain't telling no man to beat no woman. But what we are saying, you got to stop involving your oppressor in your affairs and learn to submit to your husband. And men, y'all got to nut up, grow your beards out, and go take charge at home. But you don't keep God's commandments. You don't know how to rule in righteousness. But we're here to show you. What you got? Finish where you at. Go ahead.
For the husband husband is the head of the wife.
The husband is your head. If you got a body, the head, you ain't got one head. You ain't got no two heads. That's a monster. That's crazy. You ain't no Siamese twin. The head is the man. Read.
Even as Christ is the head of the church.
The church ain't got two heads. That's how you got Christianity. Christianity got a bunch of gods they worshiping. That's why it don't make no sense to be up in there. They do Christmas, they do Easter, all those are other gods. That's why the religion don't work. The black church just extorts money out the black community. Ran by black women. Cater to black women. Because their God is a black woman in the black church. Their God is Esther. Their God is Easter. But guess what? In the household, what's up, my brother? You get a flyer? Grab your flyer, man. We have some men like that to stand up. But like we go back to 2 Timothy's. Brothers are prideful. Every man should be stopping if they think they got the knowledge of God. We're trying to show men how to order their households. Are you single? We show you how to be married. Are you married? We show you how to take control because you ain't got control. You ain't got control. The only way you get control is punching the wall. That's what you do. We've been there. You get mad, you punch the wall. You better listen to me. Anybody listen to your weak self? Anybody listen to you? You trying to intimidate somebody that's small with the police in their back pocket. Read what you got.
The book of 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 6. For of this sort are they which creep into houses.
So man, go back to verse 4 where we was at. We was reading through the different attributes of these men of this generation. Read.
Verse 2.
Verse 2.
Come on.
For men shall be lovers of their own selves.
In this day and age, men love themselves.
Covetous.
We greedy.
Boasters.
We brag.
Proud.
We can't be told nothing.
Blasphemers.
We blaspheme. We don't keep the commandments of God.
Disobedient to parents.
Most black men don't listen to their parents. Most black men is locked up right now. Most black men run away. Most black men drop out of school. Read.
Unthankful.
They ain't thankful.
Unholy.
Unholy.
Without natural affection.
You don't know how to naturally love a woman. Y'all don't understand. The black men that you with today don't naturally know how to love a woman. They just know about lust.
Bring it up.
They just know about bragging about their sexual conquest. Yeah, I hit that one, I hit that one, I hit that one. They don't know what natural affection is. Natural affection is I pick one woman and stay with her till I die. Everything else is unnatural. That's what we have today. Read.
Truce breakers.
Truce breakers is like, I want to get married. You need to make a certain agreement, a marriage license. That's an agreement to never violate the marriage. But black men break truce all the time. We break agreements all the time. You don't never want to go in business with no black man. You don't want to be married to no black man. He don't step out and have something on the side. We truce breakers. Read.
False accusers.
You lying.
Incontent.
Incontinent.
Incontinent.
Incontinent means they're unstable. They can't control their own bodies. Read.
Fierce. Despisers of those that are good.
Black men are fierce, we're aggressive, and we hate good people. By nature, my brother. How you doing, man? Mi hermano. You speak español? You pretend to speak no language. Rio.
Traitors. Heady. High-minded. Lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God.
Black men love pleasure more than they love God. These are the men you tell your daughter to stay away from. These men we just described, these are the attributes you would have to tell your daughter to fall back from it. Does she have a boyfriend? That's your daughter?
Yeah, we don't do that.
Good, good. How old are you? 13? You got friends? They have boyfriends? Don't lie. Look at you. You can tell when someone lies, they look to the left. That's a trick. Like they look to the left. Now she's gonna try to avert and look to. Look straight forward. Do your friends in school or people you know have boyfriends? Some of them. A lot of them, right? It's not 3 of them. It's more than 3, right? You look to the left again. Yeah, it's most of the people in your school got boyfriend girl. Cause we went to school.
Bring it up.
Why you playing me? We went to school because it's no snitching. Like don't tell. I'm gonna actually say the name. They got boyfriends in there, and guess what? They're sexually active in there too, aren't they? Not nobody in your school. What school you go to? Where? Where's that?
Max Sabbath Middle School.
What are they? That's Fayetteville? It better not be in Fayetteville.
It's in Fayetteville.
Oh shoot. So if anybody at this middle school in Fayetteville, Vietnam,
That
sexually
she dealt
active.
with.
Huh?
That
you know of.
That she dealt with.
No, you know of. Nobody is. Nobody in that whole school.
Oh, I don't know about the whole.
That's how I asked you, the whole school. They're sexually active in your school. What age are you allowed to be married? Give me numbers 1 and 3.
To be married.
In according to the Bible, what age should she be looking to be married by? Is it 18? Is it 16? 17?
I would hope about 20 something.
Oh, you're on point. Watch this.
Number
1 and 3. I was 22.
You was 22? Okay. I think I was 20. I think I was 20. My wife was 19. That means my wife was a child. 19 is a teenager. There's a reason why it still says teens up until 20. That's still a teenager. That's not an adult. But they let them smoke, they let them go to war. Because America evil. Watch this.
The book of Numbers, chapter 1 and verse 3. From 20 years old and upward.
So from the age of 20 and up,
all that are able to go to war.
that's the age you're supposed to be able to go to war. But Esau, the white man, switched it. Said you can go to war at 18. You can smoke some cigarettes at 18. But you can't drink till you're 21.
Right, that's weird.
You can't rent a car till you're 25. Can't get a hotel room till you're 25.
Bring it up.
What's up with that?
Yeah.
Because this place nasty. This place like to do nasty stuff, like do evil stuff.
Yeah.
Come on, you'll see laws begin to change where kids can become active sexually younger and younger. You see sex changes now with younger and younger kids.
Yeah.
You got puberty blockers and stuff like that. They should be thinking about that. They do. Why? Because they want your children. You understand, your children ain't gonna give themselves up. They have to pervert the minds of our children in order to have them the way they want them. And they have to do it under your nose. But they have you distracted doing your evil. For example, you so distracted, again, not necessarily you. The black woman be so distracted with her husband trying to battle him for power and get a job like him, you won't be looking at the education of the children. Because women are supposed to educate and teach these children. You ain't supposed to be sending your kids to your oppressor to get them taught. That's why they're learning garbage. You send them to people that hate you to teach them your history. She probably can't name for me any African kings, can you? You ever heard of Hannibal? Hannibal of Carthage, he was black, he was a king. Never heard of that. White people are going to teach you that. That's one of your ancestors. A black man named Hannibal. Denzel Washington is going to portray him in a movie. Most black people never heard of that because our history's taught to us by white folk. You heard of Hannibal of Carthage?
Yes, sir.
You know, he's a black man.
Right.
What did they do to his image?
Italy? Did he conquer Italy?
He was in the Punic Wars.
Okay.
So, if you know that part of history, she don't know it. Most of our brothers and sisters don't know that stuff.
Right.
Is it taught in schools?
No, sir.
Because we're supposed to teach our children.
Right.
You should be homeschooling your children. But guess what? We set ourselves up in certain situations. We can't afford to do that. We often can't afford to be a one-income household because we're covetous. Our house got to be this big. Our yard got to be this big. We got to do these things for our friends. We got to take this trip here, take this trip there. We got to have the Nikes. We got to have the Adidas. We got to have Yeezys, whatever. We got to have the Jordans. Therefore, we can't afford the things that are necessary. You're supposed to be able to afford to teach these young children. Like these kids right here. These kids will go to school and learn to be sexually active early and make choices they shouldn't have to make. Why should a kid be sitting there thinking whether they should keep a baby?
Wake them up.
They're a child themselves. You give a kid that decision, they're going to choose what's fun. It's fun to abort the baby. That's what we got going on. That's why there's family planning not that far down the road to kill black people, to kill black men, to kill black women. And what are we doing about it? Nothing. Staying in sodomite lifestyle. Women marrying women, men marrying men. We stay in that lifestyle. I don't want to hear nothing about babies dying. But we overlooking the fact that we at war. Our enemies have us dying on our own hands. What you got? Come on.
Look at 2 Timothy chapter 3.
Give me 1 Corinthians 15:33. The sister mentioned on the commercial show different things. I'm going to show you that. What y'all hearing is godly communication. This is feeding your spirit. But what we have to avoid is evil communication. Watch this.
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verse 33. Be not deceived. Evil communication corrupt good manners.
Evil communication corrupts good manners. Music. Music can change you. Do we have good music or bad music? Bad. What kind of music you listen to? You. What kind of music you listen to? Huh? R&B? That's a safe answer. You know what Megan Thee Stallion is? I bet she got a couple R&B songs. About, you know Doja Cat? Ice Spice? You ever heard their songs?
I heard this song. I won't listen to it.
Do you like their songs? The song's trash? Nah, you doing that lion thing again. Is that song's trash? Yeah, that song is trash. You don't like, what you don't like about these songs? Look at you, look to the left. I don't know what I don't like about them. If you didn't like their music, there's a clear reason what you don't like about it. What do you not like about their songs? What do you not like about their songs, Mom?
I never heard of it.
You never heard of Nicki Minaj?
Well, yeah.
Do you like Nicki Minaj music?
No.
You ever played it?
No.
What do you not like about it?
That she promotes, she says she's a Barbie, but she's promoting her butt and her body.
Right. Promote her butt and her body. To do what with it? To give it away, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
telling the little kids, the little girls, that they're Barbie.
Give me some rock 30.
Give up your body.
Right, you a Barbie. Yeah, you a Barbie doll. That's it. I ain't even think about it like that.
Boost Radio. That's what I listen to.
Boost Radio. So that's what they teach. That's what's wrong with Ice Spice, Doja Cat. What's the other one? Sukihana. You know who Sukihana is?
I don't know nothing.
Sukihana.
I know.
You keep looking to the left. Yeah, Sukihana. Sukihana. The same people. Stripper rap. These people push a message of, the nice word is whoredom. That's what the Bible says. Call it whoredom. Sexy Red. You know who Sexy Red is, sis? Little sis? Yeah, you know what it is. You like Sexy Red. They get you hype. Does that not get you hype? Don't they get hype in school over Sexy Red? They do. So she's the only one not hype. She over there in the corner.
She's lying.
I don't believe that kid say. But I'm going to teach you regardless. Give me start 30. The reason I don't believe, I hope you don't, sis. I hope you don't. Read what you got. 30 verse 1.
Look at Sirach, chapter 30, verse 1. He that loveth his son causes him off to feel the rod.
If you love your son or daughter, you cause them off to feel the rod. That means you spank them. If you love your children, you spank them. You spank your kids, that's legal. You can spank your kids. You can't abuse your kids. You can't punch them in the face. You can't leave no bruises. But God says, pop your kids. I got popped. That's why I'm not an axe murderer. Read.
That he may have joy of him in the
The
end.
reason you do that, so that you can live to see them grow up and have joy in them, instead of you watching your child get put to death by police, or you watch your child get locked up for the rest of his life. No parent should ever have to see that, because they don't whoop their kid. Read.
He that chasteneth his son
He that chastens his son, hold him accountable. Read.
shall have joy of him in him, and shall rejoice of him among his acquaintances.
You ain't gonna be ashamed of him.
And this is the Bible.
This is the Bible. The pastors don't read the Bible. The worst kids in church is the pastor's kids. They call them PKs. They the worst kids.
Yeah.
I know, I married one. The worst kids is the pastor's kid. I married one. The worst kids is the pastor's kids.
That's all we do.
Because the pastor's self-righteous. He can't do nothing wrong. And his whole household's the same way. So nobody criticizes them. No one examines anything. And they do the worst stuff. She repented though. She changed. Watch this.
He that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy.
When you teach your children, you make the enemy mad. Read.
And before his friends he shall rejoice of him.
Read.
Though his father died, yet he is as though he were not dead. For he had left one behind him that is like himself.
Come on.
While he lived, he saw and rejoiced in him. And when he died, he was not sorrowful.
See verse 9. Watch this.
Verse 9.
8. Verse 8.
Verse
Watch
8.
this. Verse 8.
A horse not broken becometh headstrong.
Now, this is the same chapter. He says a horse that ain't get broken becomes headstrong. Picture a horse that ain't broken. Y'all know horses, right? You don't just jump on a horse and ride it. You got to break the horse's spirit first. God say you got to do that with a child. Wow. If you don't break that child early, they will be wild forever. The older they get, the harder it is to break that will. Because guess what? They want to do what they want, but they don't know nothing. So you have to know as a parent, they don't know anything. I can't let them do whatever they want. I have to instruct them out of the Bible. Read.
A child left to himself
A child left to him or herself,
will be willful.
what they'll be?
Willful.
They'll do what they want. For example, you may say, you can't have that boyfriend. But because you let her become willful, she'll do what she wants. And she'll sneak and do it anyway. She got no fear in you. Read.
Conquer thy child,
My sister, you out?
Oh, yeah.
It says, conquer thy child.
My husband.
and he shall make thee afraid.
It says, if you spoil your child, conquer your child, they'll make you afraid. You'll be on more than getting beat up by your child. Or you just won't say nothing to them. How many black men is like that? They teenagers, they sell dope, and they got a mama. Mama ain't checking that behavior.
Right.
Mama ain't gonna say nothing because she's scared of him. He crazy.
Right.
He can walk and haul off and beat you up.
That's right.
Because you don't let him get too big, and you ain't never break him. Read.
Play with him, and he will bring thee to heaviness.
Either he'll do something to you, or you'll watch him die at the hands of another, and you'll be sad. Oh, my baby never did nothing. No, your baby was a nigga. He was a nigga. You let him grow to be that way, and now he in a casket. Because he shot at some other Negroes. But they was bigger Negroes. They were better aim. Now he dead, and you crying, and nobody feel bad. Everybody, that dude was evil.
Right.
He robbed me. He been at the funeral, done got robbed by the dude.
Yeah.
But you over there crying because you didn't raise them right. That's what's going on, because you need your entire focus to be on those children. You can't be trying to run and raise your husband.
That's right.
And you got these children. How many children you got? 4. You got a lot. I got 6. The woman needs her complete focus to deal with that. Just to deal with 2, you need your whole focus. These are princes and princesses. These are the most powerful people on the planet. The most potential. You need your whole mind focused on raising them in the laws of God. Let them know what's right and wrong. It's wrong to murder. That means it's wrong to kill a person, wrong to kill a baby. It's wrong to steal. It's wrong to steal from Walmart. It's wrong to steal from your brother and sister. It's wrong to commit adultery. That means you can't sleep with nobody before you marry. That means once you get married, you can't cheat. You raise good people by doing that. And we use the Bible to do all of it. We've been reading up with scriptures. So it's not personal. It's not like, oh, mama said. Mama just showed me the Bible. And then when they leave your house, you can rest assured I taught them everything I could. Because they take that with them. And then they do. Then you have peace. But right now, you let some of your kids go, and all you did was teach them a little bit you taught them, it's your fault. You'll be punishing yourself 30 years after they die. If I only would have. If I just told him to stay off that street. If I just told him don't stop hanging out with Fred. If I just would have took the drugs out of his room. You'll torture yourself over that. Because you didn't raise him with the Bible. They didn't take it with him. And they don't fear you as God. You have to show God as a man. And he is to be feared. How do we fear him? By keeping his commandments. Psalms 111 and 10. Now I know you're about to listen to this. Psalms 111 and 10. This is how you fear God. Read.
Because Psalms chapter 111 verse 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
The fear of God is when you begin to have wisdom. Read.
A good understanding have all they that do his commandments.
It don't say all they that go to college. How do you get understanding?
Have all they that do his commandments.
A good understanding have all the people that do God's commandments.
Right.
Thou shalt not kill. Honor the Sabbath day, like we were bringing out earlier. Officer Zion was talking about the Sabbath day. You heard that part? If you honor, that's your God, you fear him.
Over here.
Over there. That's something that's between you and the Lord. If you honor the Sabbath, you don't work on this day. You don't go and compare foods and buy and sell on this day. Then you're showing God you fear him and love him. And he will give you, in exchange for that, understanding. He will make you wiser because you've done the thing. God's a God of action. He don't care about lip service. That's what, ain't you as a parent, ain't you about action, not lip service? Yeah. Mama, I love you. She snuck out last night. Mama, I love you, and she couldn't bring home a baby.
Bring it up.
No, you don't love me. You don't be sitting there. You don't love me. You don't never listen to nothing I say. Or you be dumb and be like, well, she loved me, but she just can't. She just do bad things sometimes. No, loving you is doing what you say. That's what God is. That's what God is. And he compares it to that in the scriptures. Give me Hebrews 12. In Hebrews 12, God said, if your kids love you, that's how they're supposed to love me. That's how you're supposed to love God. Y'all understand that? Just walking. Just pretending he's not there. I'm black like you. You can talk to me. We the same color. Maybe I was white. You know more people would stop if we was white? No, facts. There's nothing racist about it. It's just something with, and our people, if I was a white man, I'd be the hunk. I'd be Brad Pitt out here. Everybody stop me screaming. Ah! You over here stop and screaming. But bonnets and hair wraps everywhere. Because they don't respect black men. They don't. Our people are just, they're prideful, and because they watch so much TV, they are showed that is beauty. The white man is beautiful. The white man is wise. He's a laboratory doctor. He got all the answers. But like Joe Biden, they stop and vote for him. Read what you got.
Not me.
Hebrews 12.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 12.
Give me verse 5.
Verse 5.
No. 9.
Verse 9. Furthermore, we have had fathers of our own flesh.
So, you know your father growing up? Brittany, did you know your father growing up? What's your name, son? I ain't gonna get your name.
Excuse me.
Huh?
Yeah. Say what now?
What's your name?
Did I know? Kenny.
Kenny.
Yeah.
My name's Ray Well, y'all. I'm Ray Well. Kenny, you knew your father.
Did I know him? No.
You did not. You did or didn't? Oh, I didn't know your father.
him, but I didn't have him.
You didn't have him. I'm gonna show you how great your life would have been with him, and that's why you need to make sure they continue
But
with
he
their
told
father.
me he couldn't. How can he love us if he didn't love himself? That's why when that man.
No, yeah, he said that. I know it probably touched you, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Dang, that's heavy. How can you love? And the scriptures say that too. Read what you got.
Furthermore, we have had fathers of our own flesh, which corrected us. We gave them reverence. Shall we not?
I said that we have fathers of our flesh and we respected them. Y'all didn't. But you probably had a male figure in your life, right?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
My mama had men in and out.
Me and it.
Well, I had
Terrible.
uncles.
It's terrible.
I had to make sure I did differently.
All praises. I'm glad you did, sis. What'd you say?
We had different, like,
I'm the only one.
Different
that did.
uncles?
cousins and
Right. That's like y'all living without God. Because the father come home. I'm trying to come home every day. I don't got no truck driver job. Some brothers do. That's fine. But how valuable is that you come home every day? God is in the house every day. The Lord is in the house every day. The instructor, the commander, the leader in the house every day. Ordering it, because the woman can't tell no kid what to do. You do, but do they listen? Not really. Not when man come home. You always come and say something, ain't it different than when you say it?
It's a different respect.
You hate it. It's different. We can make the walls shake when we talk. Sit down. There are people sitting down right now. All over the people sit down and sit because I said that. Because we a man. Sit down. They gonna sit down. Woman be like, sit down. I'm like, when she with me, it don't hurt. They ain't gonna have to think about you. It ain't gonna hurt. It don't hurt. But they know that man's something different. That's why we're not equal. That's why you can't wear pants. Because when you come out, the room don't shake. When I come in, it shake. Everybody in trouble. Dad, come on.
That's what I feel like.
Oh, it's a whole bunch of that. Whole bunch of thinking. My kids trying to write an essay on it. Cause I don't even gotta say nothing. I'm just in there and I'm telling you. My man can't you speak to this? You come in, I just stand there and just look at something for a while. Everybody just nervous. It's like, is it broken? Did we break it? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I didn't say nothing. There's nothing like that because that's the spirit of God in us. That's what makes us a son of God.
It's a different respect that they give the men other than the woman.
It is. It's totally different.
I gotta go because I don't want to argue.
What you gonna argue about? Oh, with your husband?
Him up.
Oh, no, you ain't gotta argue.
Yeah, word.
Tell him that you was reading the Bible and you apologize. That's it. Just to understand, the way you escape from arguments, don't have them. He is right. He is right. Listen to me. That's what means Smith. He's right. As long as he ain't telling you to sin, break God's commandments, the way you survive in marriage, the man is always right. What we've heard is the woman is always right. What we heard is happy wife, happy life. That is of the devil. Because you can't please no woman. Y'all don't even know what y'all want. What you want to eat tonight? I bet you can't answer that. What you want to eat tonight? You don't know. Somebody hold a gun to a woman's head. What you want to eat tonight? I don't know. You can't please no woman. They can't please themselves. Most women got fake, not yourself, but most women, most of their body fake now. Eyelashes fake, hair fake, changed tomorrow, skin fake, and then bleached it. They got fake breasts, fake behind. You don't even know what they want. They don't even know what they want. How am I please you? And God ain't make you happy how he made you. Get the hell out of here. You better please me. You better look and cater to me. What you got? Did y'all find it?
Yeah, Sirach 30, 23.
Sirach 30, 20. Watch this real quick. Sirach 30 and what?
23.
Sirach 30, 23. This goes along with what you said. 30, 23.
So we got Sirach, chapter 30, verse 23.
Yep.
Love thine own soul.
God said, love your own soul. Right. That's a command to every man and woman. Read.
And comfort thy heart. Remove sorrow far from thee. For sorrow hath killed many.
He said, for sorrow, sadness, depression, anxiety, those, we put labels on them. That's all you're not loving yourself. That's killed many people. That kills you. It'll wear down your heart. Some people just die of heartache. Some people die of depression. Some people kill themselves. Suicide and suicidal idolation. You'll kill yourself. Read it again.
Love thine own soul and comfort thy heart. Remove sorrow far from thee. For sorrow hath killed many, and there is no profit therein. Envy and wrath shorten the life, and carefulness bringeth age before the time.
It said envy and wrath make your life short. You run around mad all the time, your life's short. That's going into you loving yourself. When you love yourself, you got a certain peace about you. You're not always mad at somebody. You're not wrathful, want to get revenge on somebody, talk about somebody. That make you old. They make you old real soon. That's why people be told black don't crack. But you see some old looking black people. Because what? Because evil's eating them up from alive, from being, and that's why it comes up with makeup. When these a lot of ungodly women, you wash all that makeup off, that caked up makeup, it's a whole lot of stress, pain, and anguish on their face. Because they don't love themselves.
They cry at night.
They cry every night. They 40, ain't got no husband. You know you got a dog. They got a dog. They got peanut butter in a jar. They ain't trying to do nothing with their life. Like Kevin Samuels says. You got it? All right, listen, this is what I wanted.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 14 and verse 3.
Come on.
Riches are not comely for a nigger.
Keep reading.
And what should an envious man do with money?
It said riches ain't coming for what?
For a nigger.
Nigger, that's in the Bible. That's how you know it's black people. Oh yeah, you ain't heard that. They reading that in church. They don't read the N-word in church. They reading that in church. Pastor cut that out of his Bible. Read it again.
Riches are not comely for a nigger.
You niggas don't need money. That's what God said. Because what you gonna do with it? Destroy yourself. Buy Jordans. Buy drugs. Buy hoes. Everything men buy is to get the attention of a woman. What What you need a car to go that fast for? For the woman to look at it?
Yep.
What you want clothes that nice for? They just clothes. Man, it's no more simple than that. They do it because I want to look good for a woman.
Well, you got to have a car to get to the woman.
That's what you do it for. Get to the woman. You go out to the behind. That's all we do. We one trap, simple-minded dummies. I just walk behind. And I'll pay whatever money it is to get it.
Yeah.
Read on.
And what should an envious man do with money?
Read.
He that gathereth by defrauding his own soul, gathered for others.
You defraud your own soul, man. You ain't never done the righteous things that get you eternal life. You become a dope dealer. You defraud your own soul. You sell yourself short. And you will never reap the benefits of eternal life. Read.
That shall spend his goods riotously.
Come on. It means you'll spend it on whatever. Righteously means you spend your money on Jordans, $300 for shoes. That's stupid. Read.
He that is evil to himself.
Now here's the point. He that's evil to himself.
To whom will he be good?
Who shall he do good to? If you do evil things to yourself as a woman, if you stick breast implants, you stick poisonous materials, you stick a fake behind, rubber cement in your butt, who will you do good to? Nobody. You fake. You lay down with every man you come across. Who are you going to be faithful to?
Nobody.
If you a hoe, who are you going to be faithful to?
Yourself, not even yourself.
You're not even yourself. You don't know who you sleeping with. You forgot names. Read. Read again.
He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good?
Who are you going to do good to? That's finance, because remember we talk about covetousness, but it's bigger than that. Because you covet over women, you cover over power. If you're evil to yourself, gather these things for evil purpose, who will you do good to? You're not a good person. Most people, you're evil. We've been born in evil. We were born in Christianity. We came out of this. This don't make good people. They turned out, it had two purposes. It had to make us slave labor and to make us horrible people. To make us evil to ourselves. They were putting into our minds, hate your brother, hate that man, hate him because he's light skinned, hate him because hate her because she's a woman, hate her because she's fat, hate her because he's old.
That's that Willie Lynch.
Willie Lynch, there you go, that's exactly it, that's what I'm quoting. Willie Lynch, the white man purposely set us against one another. So why? So even after slavery ended, and he brought in machines to do the labor, he wouldn't have to worry about Negroes, because we're set up automatically to hate one another and never rise up. You need a nation to beat these people. You'll never beat them on your own. That's why 3 or 4 people that came with little nice ideas, it never worked. Malcolm X, it didn't work. Martin Luther King, he got killed. Once he dead, the whole movement over. Once Malcolm dead, the whole movement over. Marcus Garvey, they deported him, he died, the whole movement over.
Yeah. Spirit's broken.
But this different. This Christ, they won't be able to kill Christ. Give me Isaiah 47 verse 3. When Christ returns, he won't be as a man. They'll shoot at him and it will not work. And they will fight him. They will want to fight him. God will cause them to fight him. World War III is about that man coming back and destroying the world.
That's right.
That's what it is. Nuclear bombs gonna drop. But right now it sounds like fantasy fiction. But everybody knows nuclear war about to pop off. What's gonna happen afterwards? If everybody blown to hell, who in charge? Somebody gotta be in charge. Watch what the Bible say. Read.
Then we got Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 3.
Yeah.
Thy nakedness shall be uncovered.
This is God speaking to America in the last days. He called this place Babylon. He referred to this place as an ugly woman. He said, your what?
Nakedness
Your nakedness, your sin.
shall be uncovered.
Man, America look like it's the police of the world. They look like they're the shining star. The example. Read.
Yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take
I got
vengeance.
you, sis. Take out that flyer. You need to come visit us, sis. Come to the school. Read.
I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
Christ said, I'm going to take vengeance. I ain't meeting you as no man.
Yeah.
I'm coming for vengeance. I will not meet you as a man. I will meet you as God. Read.
As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel.
That's who it is. The Holy One. The Lord is his name. Like, now, I know the sister understands now. God is a man. But now we know. I know you had a question about, you don't want to, not a question. Sounds like a statement. You don't want to join a group.
I don't want to join any group.
Any group. You mean like Israelites?
Any religious group.
Any religious groups?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I'm not a religious. I'm a spiritual person.
You're spiritual?
I consider myself. I believe in God.
Uh-huh.
But I don't put no name. I don't put no name on it like a Catholic or
Okay.
Christian. I don't put no name on my belief.
Okay.
You understand what I'm
I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
So you don't want to be labeled
Right.
under something because that's like, it traps you up, right?
Right.
So when we look at religions, you mentioned Catholic, right?
Yes.
Where did that come from?
Where the Catholic come from?
Yeah. So I'm not none of that either.
Well, they put a name to it.
Yeah, they did.
You know,
It means universalism. It's a certain kind of teaching, but everybody speak the same thing, and they say everybody can do everything. You got a pope.
Right.
The pope can't do no wrong.
Right.
There's a whole lot of sexual abuse. A whole lot of children getting touched.
Whole lot.
Whole lot of idolatry too.
Right.
Whole lot of white statues that get praised and worshiped. They worship Mary. They don't just worship the white Jesus. That's idolatry. You worship Mary. You worship a white Peter. You worship a white every saint. I think there's like hundreds of saints, and you worship each one of them, and it's all idolatry. So no, we not in none of those groups either. Those all fall under Christianity.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you. It's nation time.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord, His word,